League action tonight. All right, our restream today is being brought to you by LSL, Rybon doing the tracking. We've got Firebird Lover and Thundaga featured on our restream tonight. I'm Harup, and with me in the broadcast booth is Tybalt. How are you?
Yeah, doing all right. Taking a good look at Firebird Lovers' names. We got some AC/DC, some Van Halen, Guns N' Roses. Pretty good groups out there.
Very 80s-ish here, although a few of them here, do have content, before and after. But yeah, some solid choices there. And I'm cautious.
Some 80s hairband groups. There we go.
There's not that much hair in ACDC, like a.
Well, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, well, yeah, 80s Bon Jovi, yes. I don't recall anyone in the police having that much hair, like having, overflowing 80s, hair. But look, let's get back on topic here. I'm cautiously optimistic about our objectives today. We've got 4 objectives for each member of the party.
Only 4, because we have max size party 4. This is the first time the Pink Puffs are having to deal with less than 5 characters. What do you think about the difficulty of having less than 5 characters?
You'd have to be a little more careful about your party composition. You want to have, make sure here that each character has a role here, to play. You might, and if you find that you need to keep a character down here for an anchor, that's going to be one character providing less utility. So, a few resources here, and we also have one grind off the table here, as like a bulk Siren grind is not available here because you can't steal them and you can't buy them.
So let's see, our grinds are the good old D-Machine, Doors. Is it just the Sirens not in shops, or can you still buy Hourglass 2s and do the good old LST4?
No, you could potentially buy Sirens here, but this is Pro. Sorry, you can't steal them. You might be able to buy them if they're lucky enough to sell them in Cole. We've got Pro, S Pro on here. So Cole's going to have level 5 and level 6 items here. Sirens being a level 5 item. You might be able to find one there, but you don't count on it.
Right. So here we got a Cane starting, and we have Porum. I'm actually quite happy for this, especially with the Magma Kids. Like, I have a Cane, who's good old patently average, as we like to call him. Then we also have Porum. Guaranteed White Mage. Already at the start. I'm happy. How about you?
I've always referred to Porum as the 17th best White Mage. But in this case, still a White Mage, to her credit. So we'll get Berserk and Blink here, faster here than a Rosa here. Yeah, definitely going to be useful in the early game, especially if you can find a Palom.
Yeah, I get the twin magic, but also the fact that Porum learns exit without actually having to go through Zot, so having an early exit caster. We've got Firebird going over here to check Mysidia, and 3 characters are on. Looks like we have another Porum here, and another Cane.
So if you want to double up, double your fun, well, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with having 2 Porums. You still get the twin magic, because it doesn't matter what twins you have, as long as you have 2 of them.
Yeah, a weird quirk of the game. Particularly not as probably as powerful, but it's still an attack on everyone.
Right. And take a quick gander at the flags here to see if it's a C standard or C relaxed. So it's C standard, so we're not going to find Fu or Edge in any of these early locations. Looks like we also have Restrict, Cecil, and Tella, which is part of the beta flag. So in these free character locations, we're not going to find those powerhouses either.
Yep. Those characters will need to be behind a key item here. So like behind Baron Castle, Zot, the Lunar Dance, for example. But we are guaranteed to see at least one of them in the seed, so that will. So that will factor into the distribution here. You're probably going to be more likely to see one of those four in those gated locations.
Yeah, it looks like we got a Catenazo on Hobbs with a Rosa. So, I mean, if we find a heroine robe for her, we have access to the underground.
Over here, all of our runners here are choosing here to loot. To take care of the overworld objectives first here. Some players, myself included, sometimes here like to go underground first. Your thoughts?
I thought so with free characters on, I kind of like to see who all my free characters are before I go underground. But Firebird finding a heroine robe in Dampian, that is going to be huge for this early party.
Yeah, whether like Porum will make use of it here. Maybe may go on Rosa here if Firebird does decide to take the trip up to Hobbs to take a peek.
Yeah, with Backsize Party 4, it gets a little bit trickier because I usually like to do, as someone say, grind early, grind often. If I can find a Siren, I can pop it underground, give me a bunch of levels early on, and have what I believe is going to be my end game party. So we're finding a Sid here at Dampian. Big old health pool, but Firebird decided not to take him. Maybe save him as an anchor later.
Yeah. The buy flag is not on with this flag set here, so if our runners here decide to change up the party composition here, they can always make a trip up to the house, to the Tower of Wishes in Mysidia to make some tweaks, swap some members out.
Yeah, looks like there's some dance party there, taking a, what would you say, in the hot tub?
This will be the waterfall here, so this will be the shower room.
Shower room? Oh, okay. Do we even have something that would be considered a hot tub party?
Probably somewhere underground here, natural heat sources.
True. Looks like Tandaga not able to get through that Kainaz, so takes a reset. There's some Lieutenant Baron. Checking out Rosa's house. Just does the bookshelf.
Looks like it's looking for resources here. We're going to loot the back of Town of Baron, which is something you see still. Attack you see sometimes.
Yeah, looking for those chests back in there. Missed a few that can be kind of tricky unless you know exactly where they are. But I mean, I like looting the back of Baron every once in a while. But with the settings being Wildish, like I'm thinking of locations like Eblin or Watery Pass are definitely high loot locations. Even something like Mist Cave is something that's huge. Finding a light sword in Mist here, pretty good item if we had access to Cecil.
Worst comes to worst here, it'll sell for a decent amount of cash, which you can use to fund, fund additional life spells, life potions, viewers, ethers, depending on what grind option you want to go with here. Given that sirens may not be viable, like trapdoors are mandatory with this seed.
Yeah, so it looks like Firebird has got a bonk staff with that heroine rope on that Porum, so that Porum is going to be hitting like a truck.
Like a truck, but still a truck.
Yeah. Hey. It's the clothing, right? Clothing gives you power.
Naked people don't have that much influence over society, apparently. Well, not in free enterprise.
Finds half of the forge here at Antlion, so
Antlion required. Fading Antlion is not the play today.
No, it is not. as it generally isn't. Like who fades Antlion and actually gets away with it?
I will not name names.
Because nobody does. It always comes back and to get you.
Yeah. Antlion, you might be able to fade sometimes here. It's not like Harp where you can just fade that all the time.
No, you gotta do Harp.
No, you don't have to do Harp.
We'll get you one of these times, Harumph.
Nope. Fiber Lurper decides, takes a peek at Tob, sees the roses, sees the Kinatsu, and says, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, I mean, I've got two white. Like I said, I've got a white mage in Porum. I'm fine. Rose is great, but do I really want to sit through a Kenazo? Not particularly if I don't have to.
The other good news, I suppose, is that that's one Kinatsu that's not in a rooter spot.
This is also true, like the good old Hooker on the Giant, because give him more health and those waves will hurt.
Rubiconi spot would be great at this one. Would be still a great location for Kinatsu in this circumstance as well, because you don't have to go the hook route.
Yeah, so hey, we found a Rose just sitting on ordeals.
For free.
Don't have to go through that Kanozo fight. What's better than a Rosa that you have to fight for? Free Rosa.
And that's a spicy find on ordeal.
The Zeus Gauntlet. That's good for either the Yang or even the Kane in the party. Like getting that extra 15 strength, which I believe is an extra 2 multipliers for either one. It's just huge early on.
Yeah, and we're seeing the strat right now here. Rose is going to get angry. We're going to see Rosa box stick.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You get the great armor like Heroine Robe or like Power Shirt, some of that higher tier armor, and you can take on these harder earlier game locations with relative ease. Like Ordeals is technically later in the storyline in the beginning of the game, so you're around level 15 or so, not 10. But if you have late game armor, you're getting hit for 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what happens here when you take, take equipment here that you're not supposed to get until the Z fight. And
right. Overgeared for low level locations. Yeah, no, that's fine. And we have Mom Bomb here. Lowest attack spot in the game. You give it to Mom Bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this is fine here. It's just going to be time consuming here because the party is because in order for Mom Bomb to trigger the explode script here, Mom Bomb's given like about I think an extra 9,000 hit points on top of what this spot would have. While this party, is throwing out some respectable damage here for this part of the game, it's not going to chew through the additional HP before it does blow up.
No, we're probably going to see Mom Bomb actually explode here and have the little bomblets come out, but even then, they're not going to do that much damage unless they get to explode. Then things get interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like on 5% we don't see any we don't have the twin magic option available here, so which is attack and everything. I'm not sure if our party if either runners have picked up like items here such as like a fire bomb, a Boreas big bomb. Sorry.
Yeah, we got a big bomb in Firebird's inventory there. We're going to be using it here. Perfect time to use it.
And that takes care of that.
Yep, through the fight with ease. Meanwhile, I've got Thundaga doing the Antlion check here to take on that Leviathan.
Yeah.
Ending up for the back attack. What would trip you up for a back attack fight here?
I think there's more annoying stuff here than... Val's always annoying at this spot, even with the Canes.
Ooh, Sparkle.
Plague with the reverse numbers. I approve.
Yeah, this is gonna probably trip up a lot of the runners.
And this is gonna be fast.
Yeah, by the time you get to your actual turn, you're already down over half your time. And this is one of those where you actually have to drop the battle speed down to, I'd probably say Wyvern Standard Time, BS6.
And maybe change your anchor. Because you've got Heroine Robe Rosa. That Heroine Robe adds 15 agility.
Yeah, 15 agility. If anything, I come back later. Like, I want to get underground. I want to get my free key item from Feymarch. I want to see the 2 bosses there. I want to get the Yang check so I can go do Fabul, and I probably have to double dip it. But
if you find a decent bow, you might be able to get away with it here. If maybe find a box, if you happen to find lock up, get lucky and find a box here. That would potentially...
I don't think even with the Bacchus, because you only have one person that's RA1, and that'd be the Rosa, you would technically need 2.
With a decent bow and decent arrows, maybe, because Plague does fly here, so you're going to take advantage of the flying weakness. Yeah, right. It would be touchy though. Like I agree here, it wouldn't be ideal.
No, because I want to say it's what, 6,000 health there? No,
this is about 3,000.
Yeah, I know it's quite a low amount, but still quite high for our current levels. Like having like spears on Kane or bow and arrow on Rosa, doing that extra damage is going to help out, but hopefully the bonk staff is enough. Gonna be cycling through party members here.
Yeah.
What's the life roulette?
Yep. Now the count here did take the other Kane out here, so that's one less Kane you have to knock back down. But this is not going to... But if you can make this work here, it's still not going to be fast.
No, it's going to be slow. So we got a Ruby here at Fabul. I've seen some runners with an Ice brand on, but I think Thundaga actually has a Drain Spear on the Cane. Or not Drain Spear, Drain Sword on the Cane. That he found in Damson, yep. So going to be able to heal up the damage that happens, but I think the glare is still going to hit hard enough here to take anybody out.
The glare at these levels here, it's anemic here, but when your party falls over with a stiff breeze, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, and in these early game spots, you want pretty much anything on the overworld except for like Baron Inn, you want a high agility anchor just to give yourself more turns. Yes, putting the Drain Sword on Kane is reducing his agility, increasing everyone else's speed, but if you work it to where you're faster than the boss, you actually get a little bit more turns.
And we're seeing something smart on Firebird's side here. It has Rosa up here with a wall. Because which means that play will keep casting counts here to try to get the counts onto Rosa here. And we do see that Firebird does get through.
And all party members up, so again, that wonderful experience here. to help out throughout the rest of the game to possibly get you to your next grind location. You can see who's at the crystal room here. Come on, Alt Gauntlet.
Yeah, although it'll be fun here, but
It's more of an annoyance because you don't have any AoE spells to take it out quickly.
we can, if one wanted to, throw, oh,
Ooh,
ooh, that's
darkness.
spicy.
Magus Sisters. Now, I do know that Fiber did loot Damstein and did pick up a mute knife. And I believe it also has mute arrows, but low enough health here,
Yeah.
you're not worrying about the sisters.
No, the sisters probably don't even have a turn.
No, especially with Rosa anchoring. Those guys are just slow. Through it. All the Cecils are now paladins, and Tella has remembered everything.
Now,
we now have access to a gated character. And Lunar
Yep.
Deist. Do you check that character this early on? Or are you happy with the party members you've already found?
it depends on what you're looking for, I guess. Here, like personally, at this stage in the game here, I would be fine here with this party composition here. But if you want to think ahead here and think, all right, if it's a Tella or a Fu, that opens up, additional grind opportunities here. We can go underground, especially here. Because Tella would have wall at this point. Fu might have wall here. Fu would have, would also have the ability to get to nuke here just by taking out bosses. Opens up, if you wanted to knock down a few D machines to get into levels here. If you wanted to, certainly makes trapdoors easier here once you get the Luca key available. Even makes doing the grind here via Sylph Cave chests.
Yeah, that we do have a Zeus Gauntlet, so we could do the Aphromed back giant grind too. Just need like an ogre axe. So there are a lot of grind options that just opened up with this darkness crystal, with a variety of characters too.
Or it could be Edward, who is spoonless with his flag set. So
hey, he can still be useful in certain situations. You get him to hide for Evil Wall or Dark Knight Cecil. He still has uses.
Yeah, still has, but talking uses in very specific situations in very specific places.
Right.
If you happen to need it, you can always go back to the tower. And will most likely be chillaxing and relaxing the seed.
More than likely. Considering we've already got 2 Canes that are available out there, we've got a Sid for an anchor, possibly. We've got the options out there. But if you want to be spicy and do Edward things, go right ahead. Experiment with it.
If you're on mood, you want to be spicy here, maybe even once we find out who this character is. Oh, there's our Tella.
Well,
So, there's just try not to open up here. You want to really be spicy here? Maybe even take a peek at the Murasame altar cave value. If it's a free boss like a King Queen Evelyn.
I don't hate that we have access to exit. So check when we're on a boss hunt for like Golbez and Demist. Check in the 2 bosses there. Getting that early information, if not early experience, can really speed up your checks throughout the rest of the game early on. Like 30,000 experience with King Queen Evelyn at cave value? Sure, I'll take it.
Fiber Lover does elect here to just take Tella back to Earth. Everyone see where the next destination looks like it's going to be Baron Inn.
Baron Inn. Or is it going to be... Oh, we're saving
Let's
here.
click a save to save.
Yep. Doing some shopping. Maybe looking for life potions and ethers.
Yeah, on the side, we're seeing him take on the bomb fight here, and we are seeing here that since you don't have those, we're seeing the use of the of it like an item here to it or a way method to attack. And everyone here you are seeing, a few explodes go off here. One of the roses does go down. One of the porums does take a fairly stiff hit, but stays upright. But does get through that fight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if they start exploding, you're going to see a little bit of damage, but as long as one party member's up, you're good, right? That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
About a decent stack of Cure 2s and leaves. I'm honestly thinking here with the picking up the Cure 2s, I'm thinking is going to be looking for some life potions and ether 2s on Firebird's side. Might be setting up the Baronet manipulation. We have no EXP boost in this flag set, so I don't think we get the 10 key item boost.
You get the 10 key item boost here, but you don't get the because you only have 4 max party of 4 here. You don't get the slingshots option available. 10 key item bonus is on here but we are quite a ways away from that.
Yeah.
That being said, here, if you're primarily melee, you don't need to get as many levels if you want to go that route here. And Rosa does learn Cure 3 and Cure 4 far more quickly than Borum does. So to have her act as a healer here doesn't take as much experience either.
Right. Well, we've got a Palom here with a good old antlion. Why is Antlion not on the moon like he's supposed to be? He needed time with a reach and rolled this.
Got lost along the way here. I'm at a loss.
He's on vacation from the moon. Alright, fine. I will allow it, I guess. We know this is Mylon Z here.
Yeah, Thundergo did take a wipe here to the plague.
Yeah, that plague is going to be, again, it's going to be a tricky one to get through. It even trips up, top tier runners. Even myself, it takes me a few times to get through it.
The agility is black magic here, and finding the right combination to get through that fairly quickly can be tricky.
Yeah, it looks like we got a rat tail here. Yeah. No hook yet, so we don't know if...
Make a retreat here to recalibrate here, maybe find some additional items here, or get some additional levels here to try to get through that, try to get the damage. The resources here to put through the damage here to take down plague.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch it if Firebird took the Palom or not. I want to say he did.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either here, but we will see it eventually at some point.
Yeah, eventually at some point the character menu will come up there and we'll see. I mean, do you do reflect strats in this max party 4?
I'm not the biggest fan of reflect strats unless the situation arose here. Given here that you don't have easy slingshots here, and you might not get 10 key items. You probably will, but you might not get the 10 key items here before you have go mode. Zerker strats might be easier to come by, but it also depends on the resources you have here for your melee fighters.
Yeah, and I mean, Kane has a great variety of weapons that he has available to him. None is, as strong as Cecil's, of course, but he can still put out some damage. We could have the pseudo power couple out there in the Z fight.
Like if you find a Foo and a second Foo, I think it'll reflect strats might be on the table at that point. But you also could go Foo and friends here. I'm not sure. Well, it's a strategy that not everyone has in their back pocket. I'm not a big fan of it myself here.
No, neither am I with the Foo and Friends. Like, I understand the concepts behind it, but even then, like, it's a high tier strat to pull off.
Let's not underestimate our Pink Puffs though here. They've done some pretty impressive stuff already.
Yeah, this is true. Like, I mean, was it just last Pink Puff League? Rybon and Engie are just dominating everything.
Leaving people like me in the dust.
Oh yeah, I mean, just like our tracker tonight. Our tracker Rybon was a Pink Puff last league, and look at him now, taking out wins in community races all the time. So don't underestimate these Pink Puffs. We'll come out from behind.
And we're seeing some decent gear here. We're seeing Elven Bow, Strength Ring,
bandana. Like, yeah, I mean, it's the Fame Arch loot, so found the trap chest early on, so it's free loot. Get some money,
and we'll get some information hopefully very soon. We'll find out who's in the Fame Arch.
I mean, Bahamut, Paging Rydia
here, or over 40,000 gil. Your choice. That'll buy 8 ethers.
Yeah, I think the seed's trying to tell you, it's like you want the ethers, like even without 10 key items. Like, I know everybody hates the D machine grind because it's a grind. In this game, it's just going to be a grind of some sort. And some people like the challenge of trying to get through a seed lower level. Others just want to go, I want to get my grind done and have fun.
Arbor sells a bunch of gear, including the Bahamut, buys 10 Ether 2s.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of MP. I mean, probably going to pick up some lit arrows here. Not a bad item for Rose to have for a bow.
Either. Yeah.
No, it's not. We did already see Ruby. But the Blizzard Spear itself does have quite a decent attack, so.
Yeah, it's more the attack output here, and this is going to be. Ooh.
Well. They're gold ads.
A bit of a joke there. I find it funny. I'm
yeah,
not sure
I find
what runners do.
Well, so here's the thing is, you really want those bosses to swap locations and it'd be even better.
Yeah, because Gomez's magic at that spot here is
he's not going to do much damage himself.
It's reasonable here, but it's the HP pool. That's
it's the 35,000.
A lot more. I don't remember the exact number. It's a lot more than the Asura spot here, and the Asura spot had the benefit of Gomez being able to be able to reflect some pretty decent damage over it. You still get some damage, but it's going to be a lot more of a slog.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing his 3,000, 5,000 with his lit 3s and his fire 2s. I mean, you can get the fight's technically free if you can keep Starveil up.
Yes.
As we have Firebird back rowing all of his canes with that dwarf axe that he found.
It's the one of the new flags in the options in the beta is that you can turn the back row glitch. The back row glitch is off by default in the beta. However, here we have the vanilla back row glitch enabled.
Yeah. That's what seems to be the big thing with randomizers, though, is that they're actually fixing bugs from vanilla. Like, okay, I can understand it.
I do have to correct here. There are no bugs in Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy II here, only features. We're just adding new features. We're expanding on its capabilities.
It's a well-programmed, perfect game. Not in any way, shape, or form held together by shoestrings and duct tape.
Mostly duct tape.
Yeah, because duct tape keeps everything together. We got FBL decking out one of his canes with all that strength boosting gear, giving all the other regular defense gear to the other cane. Might be thinking about taking on this Golbez here. You know,
Liquor Spear Cane isn't going to do that much damage, though.
No, I mean, you also have the Rosa too. Like I always said, this fight is going to take a while. The other thing is if we had a Bacchus, that Octomom is technically free as well. We have a Moon Veil in our inventory.
Yes.
So both of these fights, at this current moment, are free, just really long.
Like, do you want to do this free thing later on here when free doesn't take as much time?
Right, and I can admire the gamble play to think nobody's gonna do this early on. I'm gonna do it now, and it's a gamble to do it early on, and I can admire that. Meanwhile, we got Thundaga going here, looking at the Eggert shops, finds my favorite claw, and buys one.
Fiber side here, Rosa dodged the hold gas, so...
Well, Rosa has the heroin robe on. If you have a crystal ring, heroin robe, or you are sized, mini, or toad, or even muted, you do not get paralyzed.
Unfortunately, Demolish got to Rosa. Had it hit either of the Canes, so I guess in the case of Kane betraying the party again, Rosa would be able to action that Star Veil here. You don't have to worry about
playing the 50-50 game. Alright, are the odds in the favor?
We shall see.
Will we get it off? Oh? Ooh.
No. 50-50, no.
I don't think, yep, right there, Let 3 comes out. There's no actual downside to picking your canes here. You're not going to be zerking them up anyways. So at least making sure that they have an action available to them would be a heads up play to do. Going in again. Gonna try, hopefully, maybe Rosa doesn't take the Demolish this time.
Yep. Yeah, no. Once you get the Star Veils up here, the trickiest part here is making sure here that you get the Star Veils back up when the Star Veils fade. At this spot here, because the party is going to be able to do enough damage on its own to knock down Golbez before the Star Veils wear off.
Yeah, the Star Veil's going to last quite a long time because Rosa's RA1, but it may not. Oh, and Rosa gets hit again, and we're back to the 50-50. Will Firebird get the 50-50 this time? Meanwhile, Thundaga, looking to bought a Dwarf Axe.
All right.
Oh, Firebird got the 50-50.
Yep. It's now 1 HP in a dream.
Yeah. Hey, that's all you need, right? And since Golbez is RA1, he's just slinging out those spells left and right. You do actually have to make the final hit, unless you get lucky enough and that the stat count from the viruses actually have the HP ran out, which I have seen. You're gonna have to get the final hit on Galvez.
And hope here that your Star Veil stays up.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the whole day and pray, as Rybod mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think it's like I think it might be just short.
It's hard to say. He's getting decent rolls on the lit 3s, doing 3K. So I mean,
but he's only a third of the way there by my count.
Yeah, it's one of those tricky things. Like, do I risk bringing somebody else up so I can get a Star Veil on them and win another 50-50? Yeah, or do I just risk it and just hold A?
The Skullbats is going too fast at this point here, so that's not going to be... You have to be extremely lucky.
I mean, it's looking good for him.
Until now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Kane isn't dealing enough damage here to supplement Golbez's attacks on itself here, so...
Yeah, and deciding I'll come back later to take that on once I have more levels. Again, I can admire the play to try to take it on this early.
Yeah,
but
it's...
knowing when I've tried enough, I'm going to go do other things and come back later.
Yeah,
that goes, yes, okay, I'm not going to get tilted off of this.
Yeah, you need to step away here and just recalibrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back with some additional levels here, some additional gear, something here too.
We've got the elements sitting here at the doll's location. I mean, that Ruby could be mean.
Yeah, Fire 2, Fire 3, Quake on everyone.
Yeah, that's... Ow. I mean, the thing is, I'm not sure if Firebird actually picked up a Fire Sword. That would also help in the Golbez fight too, because Golbez is weak to fire.
Yeah, like, conversely here, that Blizzard Spear is going to be a detriment.
Yeah.
That's why
the only way that I can always remember that Golbez is weak to fire is no capes. Capes are flammable. Well, we've got Thundaga here doing the Baron in with the Antline into Mylon Z.
Should be more... Additional levels here should be more manageable here. Firebird playing the... Who could get out of the way, please?
Yeah.
Game.
Zerking up party members here in this fight. I mean, gets through it fairly quickly as there's such little health in the Baron in one fight. It's like, what, 600 health?
So, like, in terms of spots available to check at this point here, aside from this here, if we do find here that our runners are a roadblock here, do you go up? Do you go? Do you take a gamble and hope something's free at the top? Try to look for a free boss somewhere.
We have a free boss. We have an Octomom. We have a Moonveil. That's a free fight.
That is true. Do you want a second free one?
I mean, yeah, we'd always hope for a second free fight, but give me one to give me a bunch of experience, even if it's just on one character.
Yeah.
Like, give me something.
Yeah. Alright, so we do see on Firebird's side here, we do see the Rubicon form here. We're going to see these spells come out here, and Fire 2 is going to take out a big chunk, and
I mean,
Fire came a bit late on Tella's side here, and
it gets right through with that ice brand that just went right through leg.
Of note here, Ruby is less polite in this spot here. If you cast fire on Ruby in the elements here, Ruby won't cast life on your party, so
yeah. I mean, you gotta. I mean, Ruby's only gonna be so nice, but gets through the elements. Nice chunk of experience. And then we get to see what's at the second spot and who this gated character is. Like almost on the edge of my seat going, are we going to get some extreme power here with a Fu? Or an Edge? I mean, we got a Dark Elf here. Which, I mean, not bad.
Going to be an issue.
Well, there's a Cecil. Yeah, bye, Kane number 2.
You think Firebird Lover's found what he's looking for?
I think we're pretty much set on this party. And I think really the only party member I probably swap out is the Tella for a Fu.
Yeah, agreed. And
like,
yeah, Firebird was one who has the light sword or found one here. I'm not sure if it is still in the inventory.
I think Thundaga found it because Thundaga found it in Mist. I can't remember if Firebird did as well.
Well, this is Dillichia. I don't remember. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the bottom hidden path in Mist.
Yeah, there's always trap chests here to look for some crystal sword.
Oh yeah, crystal sword. Excal, like we've got options. We got 4 easy trap chests in the battle for that, or we've got a few trap chests in Eblin, which there's always a crystal sword in Eblin, right?
Always. Until there isn't.
Well.
Oh.
But if you don't go, there always is.
That was potentially a semi-disastrous piggy. Ooh, this is looking a little dicier.
Yeah, I would. In this fight, the nice thing about Dark Elf, if there's no free bosses on, you can actually stop or weak the second phase of Dark Elf. So being able to stop it to prevent those deep breaths coming out. If you don't have any dragon armor.
Yeah, the tricky part is like during just before Dark Elf changed into the current form, Tella was at one point piggy here, so Firebird had a piggy queued up here to try to reverse the piggy on Tella here. But Tella got unpigamorphed. But fortunately, Tella didn't actually take Tella's piggy didn't actually land.
Yeah, now he's actually taking a nap. Because he's tired. But I know I want to say I saw a roll for 1,000 damage on a jump from Kane. Hopefully this Dark Elf's almost down. I think if this Kane gets in the air and comes back down, or just takes a swing.
Yeah. One final almighty swing,
and we're through. We've got a Cecil for Firebird.
And a key item, because we still need those.
This is true. We still need those. I mean, haven't really found any in the free spots. So, yeah, hopefully a good item here. Like Luca Key? Luca Key be good.
Vanilla would actually would be something our runners would love here. We would like to see something spicier, but that's just, Comms being comms.
Pinktail? Pinktail's not bad.
It could be a crystal sword.
It could be a crystal sword, could be an Avenger.
It could be another Moonveil.
This is true. Or another Bahamut.
We need to find a hook first.
Yeah. Thundaga looking like slow down the fight here. Hopefully you're going to be able to get through this Mylon Z. Just I say that gets right through it. There we go. Berserker's got it. Pinktail's always a white shirt.
I think that's also 10 ether twos. If my math's correct.
I think it was something like... I remember when we used to say this item was this many sirens. And I want to say the white shirt was like 10 sirens, I want to say the white shirt was, or 5 or something. I can't remember.
No, sorry, 8 ether. No, if it's 10 sirens, then it'll be 8 ether twos.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because sirens are only 4K.
8.5 actually.
Don't do math on stream, people. It's a bad idea. We all make mistakes. Firebird, meanwhile, going here, doing Fabul, and we'll be doing the Sheila 1 check right after. Thundaga thinking about where he's going to go. Knows what's out there. Gonna be drinking from the pot here to heal up the party. May take on this dwarf fight. Be rewarded with that Cecil.
Yeah, like it's the scene's thrown quite a few morsels of rudeness along the way here, and we're hoping to see a little bit of relief, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I think honestly that Cecil's probably a start of a bright light.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime you see Cecil, you're like, oh, I got somebody who can eventually be a nice powerhouse. Just gotta give him some levels. Which 12 levels on Cecil, it's a good start.
We just said that route can't go down on Firebird Lover's side here, thanks to the I like the Blitzwitch Spear here. It does get their tower key. And I believe we'll be going
right over to Sheila. And also check the closet. Finds a ninja blade.
Yeah.
Okay. So Forge, if I'm looking correctly here, is not going to be an Excal. We have another beta flag turned on. It could be.
Could still be an Excal.
We have a new flag called Smith Alt, which, if I remember correctly, can be another tier 7 or tier 8 item.
So another white shirt.
Another white shirt. Dragoon Spear. Avenger. Not just limited to...
Not just limited to weapons.
Excal.
Textiles. And
yeah.
Are now...
We're called the Master of Many Things.
Hopefully
and apparel.
Not the Master of Sadness for our runners.
Yeah. Firebird going directly to Baron here. We know that we end up seeing a Azura here at the Baron Baron Castle 1 fight. I do remember seeing some mute arrows and a mute knife in some inventories, so
and first nice. The worst here, you have Tella Wall.
Ooh. Thundaga taking a wipe to Ruby with the Fire 3 on everybody. Ouch. That's the one downside to the Ruby 2 fight is cast Fire 3.
Yeah.
Fire 3 still Fire 3. It hurts no matter where it is.
And Fire 3 doesn't get you here the glare will.
Yeah, and then there's a party-wide glare. Ruby really wants to make sure. We've got it going after a trap chest here.
So Naga's
doesn't
looking for
have
resources.
The Tella. So gonna have to deal with the the Chimera here.
Yeah, this is going to be more awkward here without, again, these extra resources here.
Yeah, the stops and the weeks, like, you can get through it. It might take a little bit.
Yeah, there's a Thunderclaw on. If there's a Thunderclaw on Thundaga side here, you know, you're one-shotting the alert to this point here. Once you're not dealing with an alert and a Chimera here, this is dicier.
The thing is you may be hitting a weakness with it being a machine with thunder, but Yang, at as low as level as he is, I don't think you get there with one shot at his current level. Because later on, Yang can do a lot of damage, but a lot of his damage is based off his level.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same. I don't think he's got the same strength modifying gear. Like we aren't. On that side here, I don't believe we've seen that Zeus column here, that strength right here that could.
But looks like Thundaga's doing a bit of a Chimera grind. I mean, I'm all for any and all type of grinds.
Yeah, this is like a. You could call it a fine grind.
Yeah.
As in, it's a fine line here you're drawing here between getting those levels here or taking a time-consuming wipe. If this doesn't.
Yeah, no, those cures coming out from Porum still has the heroin robe on, so 20-30 HP for a cure 2 is just a little bit.
And aren't you glad you have Kane in the party?
Yeah, I mean, we've got Val here at taking the throne.
You're gonna want to be jumping here because
you're not hitting this with any type of magic, and physical you need a lot of multipliers for.
I mean, I've seen a Val fight here at this spot here with a party of 4 Foos, and it took a lot of time here, and one berserked Foo with an Artemis bow.
Yeah, gets the jump. I think once you open up Val here, it's gonna go real quick. Still in this this trap chest fight here for Thundaga. Getting a few Chimeras down. I mean, I never thought about it. How much experience does a Chimera give?
This is something I would need to look up here because I've never considered the concept, the idea here of doing a Chimera grind. I don't know, in the past, we've seen Clapper grinds here, but that was because, Clapper's provided, a decent amount of XP here. I'm not sure what that number would be in this case here, but this will be the last one here.
It gets the alert down, so...
Alert's down.
Oh, we're through the fight,
All that for 11,000. It's 11,000.
Yeah, but it's some form of experience. For a rune axe, okay. I mean,
that's fine. Yeah.
Got a cane. Great for that Ruby 2 fight. Or even the Azura Baron guards. Like, okay, I'm fine with it. Center slot, even better.
It's nice to see Zima's throwing a bone and saving the team here from being crushed.
Ooh, Pan. So, have to do Sheila 1 to be able to get the Baron key to get the Pan.
Yeah,
so, gonna have to double dip the bull regardless.
Sheila, I would say, could have been a little bit more cooperative there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're starting to find the key items. Thundaga here looting out some more of Babel. Or not Babel. Yeah, Babel.
Yeah, it's about lower Babel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fibers just looks like we're gonna see take a peek at who's at the top.
Yeah,
Or
are we gonna
midway
do?
through.
Are we gonna do the Penguin Eater special or the Vermilion Gambit?
Probably neither. I think we're gonna see both.
Probably. Depending on who's at the top of tower.
Well, we're gonna see who's there first. But first, nap time? Or just save, probably.
Maybe a nap time. Maybe not. I mean, got a Rune Axe on Kane, who I believe is Zerked. So I mean, gonna be able to get through these trap chests here on at Babylon's and Dogga side. Get some experience getting some decent gear from these trap chests too. Some form of guards, and that's an evil wall on the hook. Whew.
Well,
Okay.
womp womp.
Another light sword. Hey, we heard you like shiny swords.
Yep. I think, well, if I was lover side, we're gonna like free fights.
Oh yeah, Officer Soldier, not exactly the fight you want to see here, as it's fairly weak. You'd like to see this type of fight on the moon.
This is still a fairly chunky HP spot for what it is here, so...
True.
Life glitch on, I believe, so you take out the officer's back.
Yeah, weak them, knock them out, life them, get more experience.
Yeah, because the chunk of that experience is going to be on that... on the officer.
You might be able to get a double life glitch, but opts for just one.
Yeah. Sometimes your grind isn't necessarily one dedicated grind, it's a bunch of micro grinds.
Ooh, Soma drop found on Thundaga side.
Tele can do... Well, the capability for Tele to do the Meteos there.
Yeah,
but
giving him 100 MP.
You need to get the Tele first.
This is true, or even, hear me out, give Fu up to 200. Or, you know, we can give Kane some MP.
Why doesn't everyone give Yang the MP for once?
Yeah, because he's the punch mage.
He never gets MP. Everyone gives the MP to Kane.
Yeah, gotta give the mages the MP.
Or give it to Edward here, give him something to drink.
Ooh, Legend Sword at top of tower. There's one objective. 9 key items.
Luca would represent the 10th.
Yep. And then it's just a hunt for the Earth Crystal if we find Luca. Well, the only 2 key items we need right now. Firebird.
Then we just have to solve the problem known as Golbez. And then we are good to go.
Okay, he's the jump mage. I mean, yeah, okay. Alright, let's see what's going to be here at the Super Cannon room.
Alcohol here would be great.
Ooh, Sparkle. Ogo?
Ogo.
Look, it's one of those locations like you want to make sure that you heal up beforehand because something like Ogo or Leviathan can just ruin your day.
Yes. But fortunately, we had a relatively healthy party of 4, and
Ogo is down and out of here. Your Nope Noodle's no longer here.
The Nope Noodle note.
Could mark a 10th key item. Could be a Zonk. I'm gonna say harp. I'm just throwing out there. I'm gonna say it's a harp.
So at that point here we go to the moon.
No, I'm gonna say that earth crystals at harp.
Well, we don't. That can't be the case. We don't know what's going to happen if that is the case.
Well, we're gonna full clear the moon before doing harp.
You full clear the moon, and you check, and you do a demist hunt before you. Even if that means going to check the Mega Sister spot. That'll be fun. Have a demist, at the Mega Sister spot here guarding the Earth Crystal.
Oof. 65,000 health of demist. Why do you have to be so mean? Oh,
well, we can
just
give
soma drop.
Tella, and so now people to give Tella and Fu some extra.
Well, Thundaga got through the top of tower. Also gets the Legend Sword. So also has objective 3 in his inventory. Meanwhile, Firebird going down to wake up that Punch Mage. Who's gonna go right back to sleep.
Well, after you've been hit in the head with the pan here, would you want to go back to sleep too?
Well, yeah, of course. I gotta sleep off all the pain from being whacked with a pan. Like, oh.
Well, we got a Dragoon Spear.
Okay. Good weapon for Kane.
Yeah, I suspect Firebird will forge first, though.
Yeah, I think you forge before you go back up. Maybe, or
you can
not.
check Sheila too first.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to go back underground anyways to do Luca. But just the possibility of there being a good Cecil weapon on the table being there, I'd rather get the forge done.
Maybe you luck out and you find sirens.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about, scary grinds here. Just get enough levels here to be able to take out the trapdoors in 2 shots. 2 swings.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Earth Crystal.
Earth Crystal!
Wow, Sheila really had all the goods today.
Mm-hmm.
Still need the Luca key, I believe, because we have to do all the objectives.
Yes. Yeah, that Luca key could still be on the moon.
But that does give us 10 cabs and also gives us a nice 18 chests in the treasury.
Wildish Smash Tier 6, yeah. Maybe some more. Maybe some power shirts, some Zeus gauntlets.
Defense swords.
Life staffs.
Zork robes.
Yeah, still a lot of good stuff you can find here. Or some stuff you can sell here to buy whatever Cole may have. If Cole has anything good today.
Yeah, in the S Pro, I mean, the best things you're probably going to find in there is something like Zork robes, or what else can you end up finding in there?
Well, it gets up to a level 6, so so like something defense sword, power shirts, Zeus, still on the table there. But it won't be a lot because one-man operation, you can only make so much.
Right. Firebird going in. Will Firebird raid the treasury? Yep, makes the turn. All right, well, let's see.
We are going to see Forge on Thundaga's side. Ooh. So,
I mean, I'm just like I said. Give me the Forge weapon. Let me plan around that too.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Sword claws.
I mean.
Crystal
Ring.
Not bad, yeah.
Alright, Age of Shield ribbon. Okay.
Well, it's got an Avenger, so that's great.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For your cane.
I mean, okay. Would you say a Golbez percent treasury?
Eh,
I mean, hear me out. We've got a ribbon and a crystal ring.
yeah,
That makes
reasonable.
you immune to Golbez right there. Kakol holding power shirts, crystal rings, Zeus gauntlets, like
Whole stuff for sale, like a power shirt, ribbon. What were the other two items there?
cat claw.
Cat claw, and I don't recall the other one here. Yeah, the power shirt's definitely worth buying here. Ribbon.
Yeah, like
There's another
Zerker's-
ribbon here.
Zerker percent for Kakol shop. Like, I mean, okay. I think not only the treasury, but Cole saying, "Hey, oh, it's a crystal gauntlet,
Cole,
not
yeah.
a crystal ring."
An event is an Avenger, a ribbon. There's resources here for gold pass percent here too.
Yeah, like treasury, Cole, free or spend money. I like free better.
Free is always better.
Oh, of course.
I mean, here we could play this game if this was called Final Fantasy Paid Enterprise or Paid.
Every single time you enter the airship, you have to pay a fee.
Final Fantasy Microtransaction Enterprise. No.
There we go. Zerker now does bring up a good point. Avenger Kane's going to do some work in the seed too, at least on Thundaga's side, not having that Cecil yet. Avenger Kane's just great.
Yeah, so we're seeing, Thundaga starting to with those additional resources, backtracking to those areas here that provide trouble for here. Comes Baron here,
may have forgotten already done Baron in, but I think we've all been there before, trying to figure out what have I done? What haven't I done yet?
Yeah, I believe Thundaga on Earth here still had ordeals. Was the
yeah, ordeals was the tricky one with the back attack, with the darkness being there, which is a huge key item, especially with K Moon being on.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like there might be value up there as it being required. It all depends on what this Earth Crystal gives here. But there's a
I said something about Demas that Omega's sister spot, right?
Yeah, well,
It could still be sneaky. Radius Maul might still have the Luca key.
This is true, and this is a spot you don't normally check unless you have the Earth Crystal. Like, I've known people to just check this spot out of the blue, and all of a sudden, hey, there's a Demist here. Okay.
Yes, I remember one of those occasions. Well, mind you, that was after, going through an Alta Gauntlet at the Leviathan spot on the 5th try. Well, let's not talk about that.
No, it's more of I can't find progression underground, and then realized, oh, wait, Demas is still out there. I've checked every boss spot. Oh, wait, I can get to Zot 1.
Yeah.
But only 9,000 health here. I know that one. It's 9,000 health and 9,000 experience.
Yeah, this is fine.
I mean...
But 2 character checks afterwards, and...
one key item check from the actual Earth Crystal, and then 1 from Demas. So, possible value, or maybe even a dirty double.
Yeah, we always like a dirty double.
Oh yeah, of course. We have Thundaga going back in to go with round 2 versus this Elements fight. I mean, you've got an Avenger now.
Yeah, you have
Go crazy, Kane.
doing angry things.
Just gotta get back over to his turn.
Yeah.
Just be sure not to do Drain Venger things with Mylon Z, because
Yeah.
Drain does not do well versus undead.
No. Yeah, the Runax would will do some.
Ooh, Kane
Ooh.
taking a hard hit there.
Ooh.
Yeah, this spot's a little punchy.
So Zod had a Young and an Edward. Both have been
Yeeted
reassigned
from-
to the Massidian Tower of Wishes.
Yeah. And a free fight here as well.
Yeah. This is fine as it comes from the comm standpoint for King Queen.
I mean, this is a great time to definitely shout out our runners, both Firebird Lover and Zendaga. Go ahead and follow these runners as they're putting on the show for us. Not to mention our restream here, team as LSL is doing the restreaming. We've got Rybon doing the tracking, and my co-commentator Harumph.
Yeah. And so with this pack here, we've got 2 key item checks. Maybe just the one if it's Luca right away.
No. Luca at this point has to be behind Twin Harp.
No.
Yes.
No. There's still a lot of items here. This could be here. I mean, this could be a pass.
It could be. But we're about to find out.
It's a hook, so...
I mean, you've got the pink tail and red tail to turn in.
Yeah, you've got another key item check here, and a white shirt to turn in.
Hey,
Redemption.
you got a Rosa. White shirt's great. Now, Firebird not forgetting to check D-Mist.
Yeah, it's... None of us have ever done that before.
No,
Right?
never. Never. It's not like I have a post-it note at the bottom of my monitor saying, check D-Mist, check.
And package here, so... Good thing our party has either exit here or entered in the right side. Entered from the right side. Otherwise...
You know,
Yeah.
I'd opt to check the character, because if it's a foo, goodbye Tella, hello foo. I sit through the package for a foo.
At this stage, I probably would just let Fu be. You have a rough party composition here. I think Tella as an anchor provider might even be more useful. But we've got our
We've got an X-Cal.
stick. Yeah.
Not the shiniest. But shiny. Hey, Twin Harp.
So now we go to the moon.
No, we go check that Twin Harp.
No, we go to the moon. This is no. At best here, this Twin Harp's going to be a sand over here that isn't strictly required. So, pulling it now.
Oh, I think Firebird's gonna go do that gold as, and probably turn in Forge and get that nice looking Avenger. So we have Avenger X-Cal Cecil. Oof.
Yeah, so it's good to see here Firebird Lover here taking time to not rush into doing anything rash. Going to see, get that what we know as the Avenger Sword here. Maybe do a little shopping, some retail therapy for meeting up on Cecil's brother.
Yeah, I mean,
and then we can go. I know you get some additional clearance that way, and then you go to the moon. you find like Kaipo guards. Or
we've already fought the Kaipo guards.
Right.
Kaipo guards were top of tower.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Dark imps.
Dark Imps or Baron Guards.
Someplace nice. Sorry, Baron Guards is what I meant to say. Yes, something relative, that can that the party here is capable of taking out some quick experience here. Get to life which is on that. There's your grind.
Firebird is selling everything possible that's not nailed down.
Being careful here not to sell, accidentally sell something you don't want to sell, because no one's ever done that either.
No, not at all. It buys at least 2 power shirts. Thinks about the cat claws, but doesn't have that yang. All you really need is the 2 power shirts.
And my eyes are seeing me. I think Tandaga passed on to Cecil.
Ooh. Well, we'll see if Thundaga goes, but yeah, definitely passing the Cecil. We'll see if finding that X-Gal at the Pinktail changes his mind on that. Let's see, run to bring up a point here. Yeah, it hasn't done reveals yet.
I haven't seen the return trip to ordeals. And he is going to need to go there at some point.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Again, Luca Key could be a twin heart. Moon not required.
Well, we're not required here. Well, yeah. But it's. We already know it's going to be at best. It's going to be a sand ruby, and at worst, it's going to be a cabin.
Okay, yeah. So Luca Key would have to be a twin harp, and Pass would have to be a Luca. Therefore, ordeals is irrelevant.
But that's not going to be the case.
So you say.
I guess. All right, fine. It might be a spoon. At twin harp.
Scala the Forge was an Avenger. Goes great with our Dragoon Spear Cane or our X-Gal Cecil. So we are happy. This X-Gal is going to do some work versus this Golbez. Hopefully Firebird remembers to put a ribbon on Cecil to make sure the Cecil stays alive.
Yeah, the Cures aren't going to do much at this spot. The tent arguably won't either here.
It'll do enough.
Yeah, that ribbon, make sure it's on that right Cecil, make sure. So.
Yeah, Thundaga turning in Sheila 1 check, given the Baron key. So we'll see if Thundaga goes decide to chase that Baron key, which we know is required. Or no, not yet. We don't know if it's actually fully required because that's what gave Pan.
It gave Pan here, which led to.
Oh, yeah, it was because Sheila 2 was Earth Crystal.
Earth Crystal, yeah, it's required.
I knew it was required for some reason.
It's a
Too many key items.
Right. So the power couple is ready to.
Power couple plus third wheel.
We'll see if third wheel gets around long enough here. Oh, no. Third wheel's taking a nap.
Yeah. And so is Cecil. Well. Yeah, at this point, you make sure that you at least have one Star Veil up.
I mean, like, now you like, you're queued up on Cecil and Hope. Targeting is cooperative.
Yeah, ooh, Cursed Ring found for Thundaga. Not sure exactly which armor shop this is.
Golbez was cooperating. You have a Star Veil on Cecil, and
very well cooperating.
Yeah,
and
now we're gonna
switches
see
over
what
and
happens when Cecil's a little cross with his brother.
yep, Cecil, go forth and do bad things. Yep, that looks about right. 6 to 5,000 a swing.
Yeah, this makes all the difference in the world
Oh yeah,
when
so
you're able to
much.
fight back.
Yeah. Big Brother's not gonna tease me anymore. Wait,
And
is Gomez the older brother?
Gomez is the older brother.
Okay. And Golbez is down on Firebird's side.
That is the third objective. And how vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some form of vanilla somewhere, right? Still no Rydia.
Rydia's probably high, at the controls of a giant robot.
Yeah, why not? Is Firebird gonna be doing Octobomb here? Or just lifing up Tella for the exit?
There's no key item check because it's K-May Moon. There would be no reason to, unless you wanted the levels, no reason to take on the Octobomb.
Right. Now, where is Firebird going to go? Can I
To the
go
moon.
to the moon? No! Go to Twin Harp!
Firebird lover, taking what I think is the higher percentage play. You have 5 key item checks available on the moon, so you go there.
Alright, fine. You want it so badly to be on the moon? Put it behind the old gauntlet.
Well, I'm fine with that.
I mean, there's your grind.
Yeah. All Gauntlet and Ogo? Well, you'll want to grind before you get to All Gauntlet and Ogo.
Yeah. Even like all gauntlet at Crystal Sword is like, ugh.
Sorry, 6. Yeah, plus right. 6 hero checks here. 5.
Yeah, 5 boss locations, 6 spots, because Ribbon Room is 2.
2 checks.
Which
6
I can
versus
honestly
1.
see. Like, do you go top down or do you go bottom up here?
I would check Murasame Altar first, but then I would go Ribbon Room second.
You know, I've got to exit. I'm in the mood to go bottom up.
Don't think there's a wrong.
There really is.
You only find out what the ideal play is after you make the play.
Exactly.
So.
But I mean, if it's just a single boss sitting at the Ribbon Room, you've got 10 key items. That's 200,000 experience. That is a lot.
That is plenty for a party of melee fighters.
Exactly. Get enough Rosa to get up to Cure 4, maybe around 2k health. Stick the ribbon crystal ring on her. Hopefully find a white shirt or soak robe, and I'm happy. And Possum pointing out the crystal sword altar is the play here with the good old the Demarine.
Again, every play is the correct play until it isn't.
This
Unless
is true.
it's Twin Harp.
Xenocat just wants to go all to the furthest locations first.
Yeah, you need to get your 10,000 steps in, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. But going straight to the Ribbon Room. And Dimps are here.
Dark Imps.
I mean, free. Gonna hit a little hard. Dog getting through the Val at Baron. Gonna be rewarded with this pan.
Aside to go weak here, which if you're going to try to maximize, your your life glitches. That's the way to go here, but Della goes down, and
Yeah, this is one of those like
This is-
touch situations. Like you can technically do that if you, like Ryan says, the Moonveil is still available. You Moonveil Cecil, you'll let Tella get to critical HP, and Cecil just auto covers.
yeah.
And just
I
like
think,
you know,
yeah.
Boss was mentioning, Toad and Size are options there too, to where you only take one
Yeah,
per hit.
yeah, that'd be. Let's see, but here I wouldn't even just the cast stone. Just get this over with. 200,000, still 200,000.
Yeah, why not make it 250? 300, like, get it all done right away. Got Rosa, I believe Rosa has Size. Yep, there's the Size. Goes to critical HP, but Cecil has the Avenger on, so is not gonna auto cover. And yep, round 2 goes to the Dimps. Yeah, I think taking off the black belt, taking off the heroine robe, and putting the black belt on is essentially trying to have Rosa have more willpower to be able to hit that Size.
Maybe you get lucky on the target as well here, and Tella gets a shot. As well.
Maybe, but going right again to that Avenger. I'd keep the Avenger off of Cecil until I get
until you get
the
that
safety in the fight. Yeah, like just having the auto cover for critical HP is just nice to have.
Yeah.
We'll opposite take a look at the White Spear Altar here.
Less HP here.
Less punchy. Well, I say I say less punchy. We have Bigot here. Not so much less punchy. Arm grind.
Frequently punchy. We're able to see the solar drop in, used in action, or at least try to, because Tella's sleepy.
Yeah, I mean he's an old man. He's got to take his naps.
I mean, you could try to argue otherwise here, but he tends to be persuaded here just by nudge.
Yeah, so it looks like Ferber's opting to check the Masamune altar here. I mean, what other options do we really have for free fights? I mean, we've got Baron guards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Thundaga turned.
Of course, Baron guards here. You still need your characters to stay upright.
This is true. That's a pale dim.
Reasonable.
Yeah, we've got a Dragoon Spear.
Yeah. A Moon Veil, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be doing extra damage.
This is fine.
Jumping with Kane.
You don't do here, but it's not as fast.
No, the thing is that jump is such a long thing to get off. Of course, you have everybody's favorite.
And when Kane's up in the air here, all the counterattacks are going to go to whoever's on the ground, so...
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's Dragoon armor on anybody.
Kane can only jump here by putting his friends in danger.
He's the betrayer.
Thematically, thematically accurate.
Yeah, that works. I mean, him in the air and letting everybody else take the hits is technically betraying the party. Meanwhile, where we're getting some blinks up, which is nice.
Rose is trying to revive Tella here, but either Tella has 0 vitality or Rose is missing.
I mean, if
But-
Rosa's got the heroin robe on, I could definitely see her missing.
Yeah,
That
maybe
minus
both.
15 to will is huge. Ooh, glass helm. Okay. Help with defense.
How about defense here? An extra 100k of experience. That
Yeah,
doesn't go on
definitely.
Tella, so you're keeping his agility down.
I mean, that's fine.
I say that's a win.
Yeah, I think that's a win all around. I think you probably stick the crystal hat on Cecil. Give him that extra defense.
So
Because you can stick it on Cecil and let him cover.
little
Problem is,
here.
you can't stick him on with the Avenger then, because you need him to cover.
Yeah, you can here. The Avenger's fine. You just have to again after the imps are either miniaturized here or totified.
Yeah, one of the two. As we looked at Thendaga, turned in the forge, sold a bunch of stuff, bought a few things, and is going up to possibly check on the treasury and then go up Zot. Checking Edward?
Edward's lonely. Maybe he just wants a conversation.
I mean, with the new style of how the freaky item is placed out there in the flag string, I can understand you're so used to one way of end key and characters, and now it's under the key item section of No Free. I can definitely understand the misread on that. I've done it myself. It's something that you get so ingrained.
This getting that cranial muscle memory unlearned and relearned.
Mm-hmm. Opts for the stone and all the dimps. Kane down this time. Finds a crystal sword and a pass. Well, we've got a crystal sword Avenger Cecil.
You never say no to a crystal sword here, and pass means that you're full clearing the moon. Or not full clearing the moon if you find it in either of the remaining 3 decks.
Yep.
What you're looking for. And if you don't find what you're looking for, here you assert dominance and walk away.
I mean, now that Baigan fight's even easier now that you got the crystal sword Cecil. Like, give him the Avenger, let him turn him loose.
Yeah. Cease is a little angrier, and that's gonna be bad news for Baigan.
Oh yeah. Very bad news. Yeah.
And
Thendaga getting through the treasury. Gonna be on his way up to find that demist and the King Queen Evelyn. Will he take the Edward? Maybe. Giving Kane the Avenger, allowing Cecil to cover.
Thendaga appears to be looking for the flame dog chest.
I mean, if you look
one
at
peek, and
the first 2 chests, I usually look on the way up.
Yeah, show us just peek at the first chest here, and then nah. We're gonna go pay a visit, and we'll find Demist.
Yep. Which, with the levels he has right now, is going to be quite a quick check. I mean, this seed, so far, I mean, it was a bit of a rough start there early on. Like I said, I think once you got that Cecil online with some levels, the seed just kind of opened up, for at least for Firebird.
Yeah.
Thendaga doing an unconventional strat of going into Lower Babel and doing some trap chests and getting some early levels on his team that way.
Yeah, we're seeing the power of Cecil here and why That's perhaps one reason why we have a new restricted character option, because Cecil is very powerful, arguably more, probably
He's
more
the strongest
powerful,
character in the game.
more powerful than Edge, more powerful than who are traditional characters. So
I mean, you give level 1 Cecil Crystal Sword, and he can do 2,000 damage. And there's our Luca key.
Yep.
Moon
was the play. Moon was the play.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you.
I gladly accept. And best parts, we never have to come back to the moon here because we have that pass.
Yep. We've got that pass. We gotta go through, was it 4 doors? And then take on the evil wall spot. Now, if Sealed Cave has the alt gauntlet, that's one of the worst spots for it to actually be, just because it takes so long to get through.
Yeah, and some of the traditional AoE, the more standard AoEs that you might want to go to here, don't always play here because there's a lot of flying creatures in that gauntlet, a lot of bats. And bats
a lot
fly.
Of flying creatures, bats and vampires, and you just stick the Avenger on somebody and then go get yourself something to drink, maybe grab a snack.
Because if the earth shakes down there, they don't care.
No, they're used to underground quakes.
Yeah, thank you. Would be a nice grind here for Yoga to go in addition to on top of the 260,000 or so experience you're gonna get from the doors.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Because each door is gonna be 63,000. Just a little bit shy of the eggs.
And we've gone up to this point here, and we haven't had anyone finish the siege until now.
Yeah.
We've got two. One after the other here. Curios in first place with a time of 1 minute 39 seconds. So 1 hour 39 minutes and 46 seconds. Right behind Curios, Venicus. 1 hour 39 minutes 52 seconds. 6 seconds back. GG's to both of them.
A close snipe. And we've got the first door going on here, and boop, done. No experience for Rosa.
It'll probably average out in the end.
Yeah, it'll. She'll get some eventually. I swear she will.
Not that she needs it, technically speaking.
I mean, you really hope. I mean, you could go into the Z fight with 1,800 HP, but you really hope for a little bit more.
This song, as long as she's gonna absorb the second full power Big Bang and dodge the Meteor, we're good.
It's fine. Just dodge Meteor. And we've got Dago going up, grabbing the hovercraft. We turn that pink tail, rat tail, to get the twin harp and the X-Cal. Meaning that ordeals is required, so gotta get through that back attack plague.
And with Phonography actually having fewer levels here, still has flexibility here to change characters if he so chooses.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have our third place finisher as Cubs Rule 21, finished in third place with a time of 1 hour 41 minutes and 29 seconds. GG's to Cubs Rule. Gotta do the save to save before you take on the boss. You never know if you have to change your party up for a wyvern. Is Witchburn on, or
Nope,
is it big old...
it's the full Mega Nuke.
Ooh. Yeah. Mega Nuke hits hard here. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
It hurts. This is one of the highest magic spots in the game. They wanted to make sure that the crush actually hit every time.
Alright, so we'll find out here what just happens to be at
Yeah.
Luke Cave.
I mean, you stick anything with magic in here, it's gonna hurt.
Alright, so this was a sand ruby here, so
Yeah.
it was probably absolutely nothing at Twin Harp.
Could have been a crystal sword.
Cabin, probably.
Oh, just some deep winners. Crystal Sword Avenger, it's fine. Just a casual 9, quad 9s. Looks like Zendaga's looking at the Twin Harp here, or not Twin Harp package, and finds a Rosa. Just another dupe. Probably forgot to save after getting the package, so it has to go through the cutscene.
Yeah, which is...
You know, Firebird has gotten his crystal, and now has to either walk or do a few warps with Tella.
Yeah, if you're not... walking's fine here if you're... No, if you're not confident in your menuing, or if you're out of MP.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to take the walk on the small rooms here, and we'll save the.
Yeah, especially with Tella's MP pool being as small as it is. Warp in the big rooms, walk in the small rooms. Like, that's how some people will do it. If you're able to menu really fast, it is slightly faster to warp out of every room. But
Zendaka doing the full commit to. So we mentioned, having some, having more flexibility in.
I wonder if Zendaka didn't check the Feymarch bosses.
That would also make sense.
Not checking the Feymarch bosses, so not knowing Golbez is down in Feymarch. Checking this for a sneaky.
Oh no!
Oh no! Well, I mean.
Well, at least this is a feeble alt gauntlet, but yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those alt gauntlets that you can actually have Yang kick and be fine.
Looks like Firebird is looking for an anchor,
and decided with a 19 cane. I think he's got a drain sword, so they're gonna be able to reduce that.
Like a Torfax, I believe he's got.
Yeah, Dwarfax and a drain sword.
Yeah.
If anything, I take the Sid.
Yeah, because that Dwarfax is gonna do a lot more.
Yeah, and there we go, picking up the Sid. I think not realizing how.
Yeah, Kane is a speedy boy.
Yeah, exactly. Realizing, oh, he actually gets agility quite quickly. It's like, yeah, he does. You don't realize it. But grabs a Sid, Dwarfax Sid, base level, perfect anchoring. So we'll see. I don't think we found any silk webs in any shops. So I wonder if it's going to opt for some direct cast slows for nerfing the first couple big bangs.
Yeah, I didn't see any silk webs either here, but I'm not sure how many, if all the item shots have been checked on the overlord either here. So there's still some opportunity to maybe take a quick or.
Yeah, I don't think anybody checked the Kaipo item shop or Selvera.
which tend to get forgotten about.
Yeah, it's like Salvera. I usually don't check unless I'm really desperate, just because it's such a it's an easy location to get to, but it's just so time consuming to get to the item shop.
Mm-hmm.
Like Agate, you're dropping down the magma key, you can make it real quick to the shop, no problem. Weapon and armor shop, if I've got exit, maybe.
And we won't see right away if it did happen to be the Kaipo, because Thanaga making a beeline out after that
Yep.
gauntlet.
Yeah, taking on All Gauntlet, probably feeling behind, going, that was All Gauntlet there. That's gonna cost me some time.
Looks like Thanaga is going to make the slow trek to Cave Magnus. We know there is nothing but sadness at the end of this journey.
Music is all we need.
Music is your reward for finishing the scene. You go pay a visit to Eddie, who I suspect doesn't get a lot of visitors.
Or maybe not. Or maybe.
Just wants to make sure the the landing gear is working.
Yeah. So, alright, well, we've got Firebird turned in the past. Going, looking at a party, making sure it's set up correctly. I think. Oh, well, chat's about to maybe. I'm starting to see some things. Is this the infamous Z flag?
Yes, this is what we in Canada call the Z flag here. Or if you are relying on if you happen to be a side sleeper, it's an N flag here with a hook at the bottom.
It's good old map time. We may randomize the shops, the bosses, and their locations, but the one thing we don't randomize is where the final boss sits. He's always sitting here, but what we do is we change who he is. So, Harumph?
Whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
Exactly. Who is he going to cosplay? Is it going to be from Chrono Trigger? Is it going to be from Kingdom Hearts? What was it? There's over 500 different sprites, I want to say?
520 something. Or more.
It's a lot.
Somewhere between 1 and 9,000. And?
Cranky Miss Donkey Kong.
A classic. I don't know if this is actually one of the originals, but
You'd know more than I would.
But we do have Avenger Cecil and doing his thing.
Hitting for that nice good old 6,000, zerking up the cane.
Nerfs the big man with the crystal, so we're gonna be full speed ahead.
Yep, gonna want to cure for whoever gets this counter nuke to make sure they're able to survive the Big Bang.
Yeah, King back to full health in time. Oh, with a Big Bang, and yeah, I wasn't going to anyway, but definitely want to have that safety net in place.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I think it's time for us to possibly shut up before chat gets after us, because it's time for some good old Twin Harp music.
I'm contractually obligated not to talk. While music was going on, Firebird Lover gets through.
Yeah.
It finishes in sixth place with a time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 22 seconds. We'll see if we can get Firebird Lover in for an interview.
Well, meanwhile, Funnel Cakes had finished in fifth at 1 hour 49 minutes and 17 seconds. GG's to Funnel Cakes.
No, I actually didn't see here what sadness was at Twin Harp.
Yeah, neither did I. It doesn't look like it was a key item, so it must have been much sadness. And by that little dedupe in my ear, it seems like we're joined by Firebird at GG's Firebird.
Thank you very much.
The start of this scene here looks like it threw a few hiccups here along the way here. Your thoughts on how the early game went?
Gosh, actually, I don't remember the early game being that rough. It was the right when we switched from early game to mid game where suddenly everything felt like it was hard. Early game, the only scary thing I remember seeing was a plague up on ordeals, and I remembered I had that one coffin to kill my guy off and make that work.
Yeah, that plague fight was very on the second step. It was very well done.
Yeah, but I remember getting down the underground and seeing Golbez, and then I don't know why I tried to bounce my head off him.
Definitely give you effort. Like, that fight's technically free if you can keep Star Rails up. I definitely applaud you for trying to get through that. Golbez is weak to fire, so I'm not sure if you had a fire sword at the time. That might have done a little bit more damage than your Blizzard tree that you had on King.
No, it was all Blizzard weapons at that point. I found a fire sword eventually, but I don't remember where or when. Yeah, that was like I could have sat down and done the napkin math in my head and realized that he wasn't going to kill himself in the time that the Star Veil lasted, but I didn't do it, and then I tried.
Yeah, if he was over in the Azura spot, like, he takes himself out there.
Yep.
Now I've got to ask here, because we have because I'm, of course, a member of the anti-harp brigade here, and I have a member of the harp cartel as our broadcast partner. We got to the point here where we had, twin harp and moon checks. I know, like in the pre-race chat from here, there's some joking about going for that harp check here. Was it a gut feeling here, or was it that you went to the moon here, or was it just a case of playing the odds?
Honestly, it was just a case of playing the odds. There was a tiny part of me that thought, oh, I can run, I can go check that harp. But honestly, the only reason I would have done it is for the memes and because I knew you were on comms. And I was like, that's not a good enough reason. It's just not. The moon's got 5 checks, and yeah, my party's not really ready to take on the moon, but I haven't seen so many free bosses that I don't think I can't find something that I can that I can force my way through. So
I mean, by the time you went to the moon, you had gotten Cecil, which I think is where things, at least for the seed, the making really turn the tides, having that Cecil, um, then finding the Excal through the rat tail, or no, through the pink tail. Like everything just kind of opened up once you got that Cecil.
Cecil itself wasn't what was helping, but you're right. It was getting the Excalibur slash light sword between Earth Crystal and then Pinktail. Yeah, that's what suddenly turned it around. When I first got Cecil, he was actually kind of a dead weight, but Kane was still better at that point. But yeah, as soon as I could get a little bit of firepower going, and then the extra Zeus gauntlet in the treasury was just gold.
And this, like I said, was also the first time we had a party cap of four characters. Did you feel here there was a big like a significant difference in terms of strategy or approach towards the seed here by having one fewer character around, or did you find here that was pretty straightforward?
Actually, yeah, a little difference. The main thing is when I have 5 characters, what I often feel is I have enough characters for 1 anchor, 1 white, 1 black, and then 2 warriors. That's the usual build. You might get a little bit of a change around, but that's roughly where I usually end up. And this one kind of means you have to do something a little bit spicy because you can't just I got Tello, who was kind of an anchor and kind of a black, but not great at either. And there was a moment when I seriously thought to myself, if I see Edge, do I take him? And if I do, who the heck do I replace? And I swear Rosa was very briefly on that block. But then I saw Edward and it was all good.
Was there ever thought in your mind to check the package character to see if there's a food there? We saw you pick a package and then you just left, not even bother checking the character.
No, it was too late. At that point, I was committed to the party. Even if that is a foo, the time it takes to get him, I don't think it would have paid off. Not from that point.
So it's a case of the additional utility that your food may provide here was not enough here too.
I agree. I had food light. Was it food?
No, it was another Rosa.
We haven't seen a foo at all, actually.
Yeah.
Could be Hook Route, could be Giant.
Yeah, Hook, Giant, or Sander were the only character spots we haven't seen.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna check that Sand Ruby.
So as you're taking on the dimps, did it pass your mind that Cecil has the Avenger, he no longer auto covers, or do you think you just get through the amount of health that the dimps have at that spot with the Avenger?
I just kind of honestly, I was putting the Avenger on to just forget about it, but the main thing is I was just hoping that one of my 2 casters could get a spell off before they were hitting so hard they were just taking him out in a shot. And I was just hoping one of them could get a spell off before it. Maybe I could have done that if I had really set up cover strats right, but Cecil was taking big hits even at that level. I'm not sure he could have covered through. So yeah, I just decided the imps were too hard at that point, and then I got the stupidly free not D-Lunar.
Pale Dim. At Masa.
Yeah.
Well, one final question from me. You've been participating in a lot of these pink puff races. With difficulty levels on the seeds intended to graduate here go up here bit by bit here. Having gone through this pink puff journey so far here, where have you seen I guess your free enterprise game evolve here or improve? What areas have been have stood out most to you?
For me, honestly, I don't have the best execution. I think you could see that if you saw half a dozen little mistakes I made. Heck, I completely forgot that extra cane was the one I had been building up in level, and thus was useless as a anchor. So execution is not where I do things well. But what I tend to do well is plan. That's always been my my strength in things. And what it's come down to is I practice a lot, and all of these seeds, 11 races so far, just are teaching me little bit at a time exactly how far I can go, that kind of thing. So even if I can't execute perfectly, I can have the right plan for most of these fights. And like I said, I bumped my head against Golbez, and because I overestimated there. But for the most part, I'm getting better and better at understanding exactly how far a set of characters can go against any given boss at any given spot. And that's it. It's just learning. And Asuka teaches really well.
The Queen of the Pink Puffs certainly does a fantastic job. Timber here, did you have any final questions?
And no, I don't. GG's on your run. You said minor hiccups, but again, it's improvement. You at least you're seeing yourself improve, and that's always the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I love this. I love this league. There's no pressure to be the best. It's just do as well as you can, and everyone is supportive, and I love that. And with that, I think my only other comment today is I horribly regret my naming scheme, because I had to kick out Bon Jovi 3 times during this seed. I didn't think that through.
So next time here, we'll plan in advance here a band or a music act you really don't like, so you can have the pleasure of kicking them out 3 times in a row.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And I want to just wish a good game to all the other runners who are there, and Thundaga, who I see is having fun with his Golbez fight right now.
GG's once again. Alright, yeah, Thundaga here has 3 characters up here for his Golbez fight here, but the Star Veils have worn off, and this is...
Yeah, we were getting into a bit of a life roulette and wasn't able to keep up on it. As we were interviewing Firebird Lover, we had Gale Swift finish in 7th with 1 hour 54 minutes, Ultros Professional in 8th with 1 hour 54 minutes, CS Radical in 9th with a time of 2 hours 8 seconds, Usually Clueless finished at 10th with 2 hours and 46 seconds. Heart Gamer finishing in 11th with 2 hours and 3 minutes. And GG's to those runners.
Yeah, this is certainly put the Pink Puff skills to the test here, and it's great to see these finishes come in here. Seeing the Pink Puffs conquer the latest challenge posed. And of course, we'll shout out here to the Puff Master today for this week, X Pancrats, the official breakfast food of Free Enterprise.
Yeah, well, I think one of the hardest fights right now probably is going to be this Golbez. Not having 5 characters, only having just the 4, no wall casters. I mean, you have your ribbons, you have your crystal rings, but just going to get through the slog of the fight. It could take a bit, and conquering this fight is going to be a big feat for any of the Pink Puffs.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest difference here between what we saw on Firebird's side, or Larva's side, and Thundaga's side, Firebird having that crystal sword, was it Excalibur? Crystal sword, I don't remember which one was it. Avenger Cecil on his side here. that season was able to get through at 2/3 of Golbez's HP at the spots here. The Naga won't have the same damage output. So it's going to take more time here. It's going to run that risk of having those Star Veils run out. And then it's a matter of seeing if you can get them back up in time.
And I'm not sure how many Star Veils and Moon Veils he has at this time. I don't know if he picked up any more. I know Firebird did, but I'm not sure if Thundaga did or not.
Okay. In the meantime, here we are going to go ahead and rate Thundaga here, so to cheer him on the rest of the way. As for upcoming races here, we have the Friday night run back of the community race tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. And I believe we've got the Hero's Journey on this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So more Free Enterprise action coming this week.
Yeah, and the hero this week for the Hero's Journey is good old Palom, the Black Mage.
The Quack Kid.
Yep. Well, Harumph, it's been a fun show with you. Thanks so much, chat, for joining us. We hope to see you all next time. And thanks to our restream runners, both Firebird Lover and Thundaga. Be sure to go follow those runners, as well as the commentary team here, with myself and Harumph, the restreamer of Alicel, and Rybon as the tracker. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, or night, which may ever be for you. And we shall see you all next time.